Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be continuing our run against the 10-star adventure from the Nightmares campaign. So far we've been doing pretty decently, going with Jinx. We have been drafting sort of spell heavy with this because we got Spell Slinger as our first power. Which is something we already want to do with this deck anyway, because Jinx cares a lot about casting spells. Mostly a bunch of copies of the Super Mega Death Rocket, at least with this setup I'm running. We've also managed to get a bunch of items on the p.2, which we get a lot of. So this thing is basically killing every unit in the game in a single cast. And we also have a pretty decent Ravenous Flock. So our Swain is pretty good as well. So yeah, I don't think this is going to be too much trouble. Suitable host, shared blessings, March of the Machines. Honestly, none of these seem that appealing. Because we're not buffing our units and the suitable host, I guess it's one more card to discard with the Jinx, but still. Let's just reroll. Gift of the Corruption, reduce the cost of a spell in your deck by 1, then create an exact fleeting copy in hand. That might be exactly what we need. We get an additional copy of a spell in our deck, and all the spells in our deck are basically extremely good. I guess except the Shampoo. Yeah, let's take the Gift of Corruption. It's normally pretty meh when up against or when paired up with buff spells, but with damaging spells and damaging spells that are as good as these ones, it's going to probably kill most of the opponents rather quickly. Do I want to go for the Jhin and Annie or the Draven Jinx? Either way we're getting a gold chest and an item chest, but I guess this item chest is rare, so let's go for the top path. It might be overall a better reward. Ravenous Flock at the start. Let's throw one Ravenous Flock back into the deck. Keep one on the back burner just in case this cast fizzles. Oh. Get the Ravenous Flock, or the Ravenous Flock that's in the deck. Let's start things off by killing that thing, shall we? Since I can kill it with the Ravenous Flock, then I'll Ravenous Flock that one. We're not getting an item on a unit that's already in my deck, but it's fine. We don't need to. Let's do Boom Crew Rookie. That was a mistake. Now I can just kill that thing for free. Deathless on the Boom Crew Rookie. That's pretty good. Let's cycle the Jury Rig. There's the Jinx. Guess I'll do the Zonite Tertian. Nah, let's keep it in hand to transform into a p.2 with the Jinx. I guess I can attack with these. Deal a bit of damage to the opponent's Nexus. This thing is dying no matter what, so I guess it dies to the opponent's start of turn effect. So maybe it was a mistake. I think I discard my entire hand with the Jinx here. I don't think this is a Swain game. Yeah, let's do it. We end up losing the two Swains permanently, but we will get Super Mega Death Rockets and a bunch of p.2s, which we can use to just kill the Crimson Curator, jump block all of the other units the opponent has. That is fearsome, I can't block that. Now I can. Or I don't need to because it's dead. Let's get that Ravenous Flock back into our deck. And then we'll do double super mega death rocket. Get rid of the opponent's ward. The opponent is going to have the extra playing thing for one additional turn. But it lines up pretty decently with the turn where our Chemtech duplicator comes online. So we're still on track to kill the opponent extremely easily. Let's try to empty our hand to the best of our ability. Ravenous Flock while we can. The opponent's almost out of resources. I'll save this Get Excited for next turn, for when we can start double casting our spells. Let's do that. Attack with the Jinx. Deny the opponent the board wide buff, just in case something bad happens. And now we can start double casting spells with Jinx, while at the same time we have a decent amount of bird in hand that we have access to. And we can get even more by just cycling the jury rigs. Oh, I guess that was the last Jinx we had in deck. Let's do this. Do this. 8 plus 8 is 16. 16 times twice is 32. So this is lethal. Unless the opponent has something. Actually, I didn't take into account the extra damage from our power. That was more than lethal. Good. The only damage we really took was from the opponent burning us at the start. Guess Jhin and Annie will probably do fine. I think we can get rid of both of them rather easily at the start of the game. I guess we take Ravenbloom Conservator, just because the landmark itself will give us 1 extra mana. But yeah, I don't feel good about it. We don't really care for the extra 1 damage on all of our spells, especially since it comes down so late in the game. By that point we're mostly, or we want to be mostly done with the game. Don't really like the jury rig at the start, so let's hope this hits something good. Ooh, that was a very good hit. That's 1 less unit on the opponent's board. I guess this Mana Soul student is going to be buffed up, or extremely buffed up. On hit, refill their spell mana. Meh. Let's just do this. Make use of the cards we have in hand. Try to keep the opponent's board under relative control. The opponent decides to stun 2 different units. I'll take it. I might delay the Jinx this game. The opponent doesn't put too much pressure here, that is. That's not a lot of pressure. Can easily make that attack fizzle. Damage the opponent's board. We'll take a slow turn here so we can develop the Swain next turn, and then we'll follow up with the Jinx the turn after. Since the opponent's going for a slower game plan, this is probably fine. It's the Swain. Swain immediately levels up here. So we get to go for a super mega death rocket. The opponent has 6 mana, so we can still do stuff here. Stuns the Swain. That much was obvious. Let's just chip away at the opponent's health. It's fine. I guess I'll do the Pow Pow just because a copy of a spell in my deck. It's not actually a resource I'm using. It's kind of a waste not to use it then. Full board of units. Let's drop down the Jinx. And now his entire board is stunned. Or dead. No matter what the opponent does here, it just dies. Double super mega death rockets. They hit hard. Anything else? No. The opponent just rolls over and dies. Now we just have to replicate this against Annie. We will likely can. Any Jhin relies a lot on you giving them Blade's edges from their power. At least that's what I feel like happens a lot of the games. Let's get more Jury Rigs. It's a card that's already in our deck. Hardened Sensor, Pow Pow. Ooh, a Pow Pow with Overwhelm is just way too good, right? It baseline deals 20 damage to a unit. And if we get lucky on the 50-50, or the overkill damage is dealt to the opponent's Nexus. Or no. The overwhelm is not conditional, right? The overwhelm is not conditional, so any overkill damage is just dealt to the opponent's Nexus. Which is a lot most of the time. So this should just help us obliterate most of the opponents. That was a bad mulligan. I should have kept the... Should have tossed the drag treasures and kept the one drop. Let's start off by getting rid of Jhin. Yeah, 8 damage. Let's do some treasure just to hopefully open up a target for the Ravenous Flock. Not exactly the card I wanted to see, but it's fine. We'll attack with this guy. Now, let's hold. Let the opponent do... Hopefully waste most of his cards or his mana. He's burning me, but I'm fine with that. I'll be healed up back up to full after this encounter. Let's just do that to minimize the amount of damage taken. Next turn I played Jinx, and I'll be fine. Could try to go for double Ravenous Flock first. The opponent gave me the perfect opportunity to do so. Dance of Tusks, or he plays the Tusk Speaker, so now I can respond like so. We cycle the Ravenous Flocks. We shuffle even more of them back into the deck. Then we can drop down the Jinx with no downside when it comes to generating Pow Pows, that is. Come on, opponent. Do something. I dare you. He stuns the Jinx. Makes sense. It's a threat. But he could still kill it with the stage hand. Unless I just blow up his entire board. Another Tusk Speaker. I think the opponent gets too hyper fixated on the playing Tusk Speakers. I don't think I've seen this encounter play anything but Tusk Speakers most of the time. Up to 7 mana. Let's do... Do we do Pow Pows until the opponent's board is empty? I don't know, but I can try. Oh, right. Overkill damage is a thing. Completely forgot about that. The opponent just died to the pow-pows. Well, I guess I made the broken spell even more broken. Death Lotus deals 6 damage to all units that are battling. I'll take it. The opponent might be careless and attack with all of his units, and then I just pull that and kill everything. Let's get rid of the shampoo, get rid of the Raven Bloom Conservator. And healer, rekindler, and 2 epic shops. I have a lot of money. We've been hitting a lot of gold chests. Do I want to keep the Eager Apprentice? It's not that great of a card. I mostly use it as discard fodder. How many cards do I have in deck? 40. So we're on the verge of consistency, but we have to remember a lot of the cards we have in the deck are copies of these 3 spells. One more card cut. Is it worth it to get rid of the Eager Apprentice? I'll hold. I'll hold for now. Rekindler shop or healer shop. The bottom path is easier. We don't have to deal with buff cap encounters. In that case, let's get rid of the Eager Apprentice. I don't know how going for the bottom path was related to getting rid of the Eager Apprentice, but I just felt like doing it. Let's just keep the Ravenous Flock pow-pow. If we don't draw Jinx at the start, it's fine. We don't really need the Jinx right away to win. We can hold. Let's do pow-pow here. Hope that yeah, we hit something decent. I guess we can also do Ravenous Flock on the stunned unit. So we can do... let's see if this hits there. Okay, no, it didn't. Spell shield. Now we have Swain. I wonder if I want to play Swain here. Or I think I want to play Swain this game. Let's do Jury Rig. I really wanted to hit the Wrathful Rider. But I can still hit the Wrathful Rider. There it is. And 1 extra mana. That ensures that we get Swain down next turn. And buff caps on attack, sure. Honestly, the only thing that's relevant is the extra mana. Next turn we do Swain. We'll have... oh, 2 Ravenous Flocks. I thought we would only have access to 1, but we have 2 now. Should be fine. The opponent does Wrathful Rider. All we need was to hit that Wrathful Rider, but we didn't. That's a bit unfortunate. I say I have a Swain in hand. Ooh, we didn't hit Deathless on the Swain. Swain still killed the opponent's unit. So it might be okay. Do I still want to go for the whole Swain on the board before Jinx? Honestly, I think so. Then again, we're up to 6 mana. Can I potentially kill the opponent this turn if I played Jinx? I think so. We'll be double casting Pow-Pows. We'll get a bunch of Pow-Pows in hand. Even through the extra plating, the Pow-Pows will deal a bunch of damage to the opponent. The opponent needs to play units, however, in order for me to be able to target them with Pow-Pows. If he doesn't play anything here, he might just die anyway. This is dealing 8. Never mind, the opponent played something. That means he dies. There we go. Guess even if the opponent didn't play a unit, he would still die. I had enough units on the board. Well, most of the Poros wouldn't deal damage, but Jinx alone would deal 2, and that would be enough. Spider Fang on the Swain, or something else. Will become less consistent when it comes to hitting Jinx. I guess I'll take the Patrol Wardens. Just because I don't want to lose the consistency when it comes to hitting Jinx. Yeah, sure, I can spare the 100 gold for a revive. I'll probably not use it at all. But having it as a sort of backup option will be nice. Keep the Jinx? Nah. Let's just keep the Pow-Pow. We get Jury Rigs at the start anyway. Never mind, we get to keep the Jinx and the Jury Rig. No point in throwing them back into the deck. I'll do this. We don't need to hardcast the Jury Rig, I feel like. Decent. I would like it if the opponent unit, something was targetable by the Ravenous Flock, just so we could cycle it. Sunlight Torsion. Let's do that there. And hope that this hits the non-spell shielded one. Nice. That was a very good first turn. Next turn we'll follow it up with Jinx. We're not going to get a lot of Pow-Pows, but considering the state the opponent's board is in, we don't need it. Never mind, the opponent decides to go for an open attack. That's unexpected. Let's do the temporary Ravenous Flock. Shuffle more Ravenous Flocks into the deck. Cycle a card. Take 2. Let's just get the Jinx down. Hopefully he plays something here, so I can hit it with the Pow-Pows. Ooh, ideal time to draw the Swain. Honestly, nah, we don't even need to do the Pow-Pows. We can just do Super Mega Death Rockets. Go ahead and kill the opponent's board. Ooh, Shirazi survives. Well, that just sets up so that Shirazi will act as a way for me to deal a bunch of damage with the Pow-Pows. Let's get the Swain down, just in case I need something else to close out this game. Ooh. He's killing the Swain. Not unless I can kill that first. Will be an extreme waste to do this on a unit that has spell shield and is so small. But I really don't want this to lose the Swain. Well, now the opponent lost his entire board. And now he dies. There we go. Well, we're up to Swain and Teemo, and I'm certain that they don't have a way to deal with us. They do have a lot of burn and a decent amount of removal, but I think we can race them. More Jinxes, I guess. Maybe I should have picked up the Swain along the way. We have the jury rig to act as a tutor for champions. 2 Vanguard lookouts at the start. I was actually hoping for an epic power, not a rare one, since this is an epic shop after all. Let's roll. Share the bounty. When you target an ally with a single target spell, copy it on your weakest ally. I guess I'm picking it up just because it's epic. I don't think this will ever be relevant at all for the rest of the run. We have like 0 spells that incentivize targeting our own units. Teemo's spell shield, so he's probably surviving anything I throw at it. So I guess we do this on the Swain. Get rid of it right away. Let's cycle this. Hopefully draw the Swain. No, Jinx instead. It's fine. Let's cycle this. I was kind of hoping to hit Teemo with at least 1 point of damage so I could justifiably hit it with the p.2 or something along those lines. I guess let's just do this. Damage, we draw the Swain. I think the opponent might have given me the way to kill Teemo. I guess worst case scenario I can just do this. Yeah, let's just do that. The opponent shuffles 3 puff caps into my deck, but not really that concerned. Let's do Ravenous Flock there. Might as well do this. I don't really need the Poro around, I'd rather have the Imperial Demolitionist. Next turn... the opponent has no champions, so maybe I just go for Jinx and play aggressive. Ouch. Let's do that there. Hope the opponent doesn't clutter up my hand too hard. I'm actually going to do p.2 as well, just so in case the opponent goes for another Veteran Investigator, I don't mill a card. If the opponent attacks here, I just do Death Lotus and clear his entire board. Let's do p.2 again, get rid of that spell shield. Teemo, p.2 again to get rid of the spell shield. We're wasting all of our damage, but it's all just so we can Death Lotus here and get rid of all of the opponent's attacking units without taking any damage. And I guess let's Imperial Demolitionist here. Might as well, since that thing's dying at the end of the turn anyway. Well, the opponent's out of resources. Maybe I should have just gone for the Jinx and killed the opponent with p.2s from hand. Let's do Swain. Let's give Swain an opportunity to shine. Next turn we'll do the Jinx.
Lead us to victory, Grand General.
Does everything in your hand just have Spirit Stone? Or everything in your deck? Sure seems like it. Couple of Travelers, discards a Jinx. That might actually be worse for you than it is for me. It's fine.
Swanfang.
As long as the opponent doesn't proc the Aloof Travelers again. Next turn he can proc the Aloof Travelers. That's fine. We'll just play Jinx next turn and win the game. But the opponent doesn't have the landmark halving our damage. Ooh! The opponent's own Swain. That's potentially scary. If I didn't just stun his entire board like this. While at the same time generating the tools to completely obliterate the opponent's health total. Let's do Pow Pow. 24 damage coming your way, opponent. Actually more than 24 damage. Because I have a second one. Nice. That went exceedingly well. I kind of expected the opponent to struggle a bit more with keeping stuff on the board, however. Do I want Black Cleaver on the Swain? Or should I just take that on the Jinx? Probably just take that on the Jinx to act. How many copies of Jinx do I have? 6. It will go up to 7. We are consistent enough on the Jinx. Let's just do the Swain. And that's it. Up next, the last remaining part of the run. It will probably not be that much of a struggle, considering how well we've been doing so far. But yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.